Greetings Peanutians and welcome to the version 260 event breakdown video. And once again, as usual, please remember that any and all information may or may not be correct due to any changes done on Nexon's part, or for the simple fact that the patch notes have been getting worse and worse for every single event that's been preceding it. I'll be doing my best to mark and note corrections in the description, comments, and or on my Twitter when, and as often as possible, to make any noted corrections that are needed. Oh, and by the way, something I've decided to finally start doing is my end of the event review minisode or podcast sessions on my YouTube live channel. A survey for feedback and opinions on each event will be posted on my socials halfway through the event to gather feedback from members of the community. And if you wish to have your opinions and complaints heard, please consider joining my efforts to finally have Nexon listen and make the noted changes and improvements that we've needed for so long. And as usual, for the new quality of life and mechanical additions to the version 260 patch, they will receive their own demo videos on how to use them, but only once the game has gone live in order for me to gather footage and for me to properly demonstrate how to use them. So, be sure to keep your eye out for those videos. And with that being said, let's get to the meat of the patch notes. The first event for this specific patch is for the new class release Sia, and that is Wish Upon a Shooting Star. Wish as a progression is the first section of the event UI. This is where you can view your basic and premium pass rewards. The premium pass can be purchased with 25,000 Maple Points to receive additional rewards and special perks as you level up your Sia class. Those who buy the premium pass will gain access to the premium login event, which is merely just an active login counter that will give you rewards based on total playtime. It is also important to note that the maximum rewards that you can get for the playtime is 100 hours, while only allowing for a limit of 5 hours of playtime be recorded per day. The next part of the Sia's event UI is the Wishes of Style portion. This is another paid pass system which requires the purchase of the Fashion Pass at the cost of 15,000 Maple Points, where one item is unlocked per day with a total of 14 days worth of rewards to claim. This part of the system has a total time limit claim time, so be sure to claim your rewards before the noted time on the screen now. The next part of the event is the Morning Star Banquet. The first part of this event UI is the Daily Fest Prep. This part is where you'll be doing your daily check-ins to get your 3x EXP coupons, Morning Light, and Starlight event skill points. And thankfully, this one looks like a simple button press style daily check-in. An important difference for this event is that the rewards you see on the event UI is an either or type claiming, where you can either claim the items you see or the specific number of coins next to it. You can't get both, only one, so be sure to pick the ones carefully. The next part of the UI is the Special Fest Prep. This one requires you to kill 2,000 mobs near your level to complete each of the 3 separate check-ins for this portion. And if I'm reading this correctly, you can claim a total of 1,000 Memento coins for each of the 3 preps, for a total of 3,000 coins per week. And take note that the Hyperion pass you can get for 30 total check-ins bonus effect only lasts until November 11th of 2025. This item also cannot be claimed in the Challenger world. And the makeup function for this event is like the usual ones we've had before, where you'll be able to make up X amount of missed check-ins for 3,000 Maple Points each, for both the Daily Fest and the Special Fest. The Morning Starlight Harvest portion of the event is the Event Skills portion, where you'll need Morning Light and Starlight points that are obtained from the event's UI check-ins. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything too critically important besides that. Onwards to the next part. The next part of the event is just the Event Shops portion. There's nothing too critical to cover here besides the fact that I highly recommend that everyone check the patch notes and or in-game for the item-specific resets, as this time they seem to be different again when compared to the previous event shops. The next event shop is the Victory Badge Exchange. This is your standard weekly boss kills event shop, but this time with an added mechanic of having a secondary event coin. These new event coins have a smaller quantity limit per week, and they can only be obtained from these specific bosses that you see on screen now. And the next part of this event is, well, this is the Meso Shop, and that's all. Oh wait, no, look! They actually have some of the Cygnus equips in it. Neat. The next part of the event seems to be the Achievements Activation Quest, and it's actually kind of interesting to see the fact that Nexon's actually making this a normal thing now. From the looks of it, this quest is actually needed to actually start the achievements on the actual in-game feature, so be sure to start it in order to also claim the display chair for this specific event. The Banquet's Blessing part of this event appears to be a standard AFK EXP map, and that's all. The next part of the event is Breumi's Cleanup, and just going a little bit off script for a second, okay, either I'm crazy or the patch notes are messed up in this event as well, because this is an event training skill and it looks like there's no activation limit. And if you're watching this before the game is live, I am not 100% on this. I've asked Nexon if this is a bug, but I have gotten no response from about this yet, and if this has no limit, I might just never leave my room because I might just keep training for the entire freaking day. And as this is the first time that GMS is getting the max version of the Hyper Burning, I recommend that people go slow on the creation screen while in-game to avoid any mistakes. Specifically because you could only get this one by default and can be used in both regular, reboot, and the Challenger worlds. And according to the patch notes and the image provided on it, we only seem to be able to create one Hyperburn max at a time for each event period, which means that the hyper burning coupon that we get from the event UI check-in more than likely won't be able to get the max version, which I'm hoping I'm wrong. And another thing to note is that you cannot hyper burn to see a class, which is unfortunate, but okay. For the Tera bling portion of the event, this time around there doesn't seem to be any notable differences, so this is just our standard version for that then. And either I'm missing something, or this item burning this time around seems to be able to be used on anyone, specifically speaking on the fact that the patch notes doesn't say that it's limited to anything, besides the fact that the character level must be set to level 200 and completed a greater power quest. So yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm basing this off of the patch notes, which once again has been very spotty on quality in its details, so watch out for this in-game on release to not accidentally claim it on a random character. And the next part of this event is the Challenger World. Challenger World is finally here, and it comes with a lot of specifics, so take note of them as I go over them. For starters, there is one for the interactive and one for the heroic worlds, where the interactive world character can only transfer to the interactive world, and the same one-for-one goes for the heroic version, so be careful of which one you click on to begin with. Please also take note that both versions of the Challenger Worlds can only have a total of 5 characters created for either world. And once the event period is over, all characters will be automatically transferred to the Challenger Leap Zone, where you'll be awaiting their selection to move them to the world type of your choosing. Furthermore, Challenger World comes with the following defaulted perks that you can now see on screen. And not only that, but the Maple Guide recommended hunting maps below 259 all have their maps instanced for each player, and it can have up to a total of 10 per map. So yeah, get ready for some lag. And for our Challenger World Leap, we will have 2 time periods we'll be able to transfer our character. And if you do not move them in either of those time periods, your character will automatically be moved to the Leap Zone. And if you actually keep them in the Leap Zone and you don't move them, they will be deleted at the end of the event period. And I highly recommend that everyone pause the video or go to the patch notes to read this list of restrictions and limitations for the leaping of your characters, as certain items and characters cannot be transferred if they have these certain criteria on them, or certain items preventing the transfer as well. And for the Hyperion World Leap, for this specific portion of the patch, I highly recommend everyone go to the patch notes for the key details and the specific web posts for the finer details, as I do not want to risk summarizing it and leaving out any important details and leading somebody astray. So I apologize, I'm just going to include this little disclaimer in the video so people know to go to the patch notes or the specific website. And for the Summer's Guide, this seems to be a mission progression style event check-in where you'll be required to reach certain levels and complete the respective objectives in order to move on to the next task. And the next part of the event is the Luxe Sauna. Everyone's favorite pay-to-win AFK EXP room is back again, and you'll be able to actually charge up a coupon for a total of 1 hour for every 3,000 Maple points that you spend. This one comes with a limit of 24 hours of total that you can AFK for each specific set week, of which the reset is actually going to be the Wednesday to Thursday reset, which is going to be the weekly boss reset. And Burning Worlds can also take advantage of this part of the event as well. And for the last part of this event, it is going to be the Hit the Road. This part of the event is just the second half of the event UI from the previous event, nothing too special, except for the fact that you can pay a total of 3,000 Maple points to make up any of the missed days. And like with the top half of the UI's rewards, they also come with a set expiration date of the 24th to the 25th in-game transition. So be sure to claim and use all of them before the 25th of June, or else they'll all expire, so you can't actually prolong them. Hi everyone, Peanut here again. I hope this video helped you in some way in understanding what was covered, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them down below and I'll answer them as soon as I'm able to, or as soon as I'm able to find the answer. Furthermore, I have officially branched off my non-guide related content from MapleStory onto a live stream and general variety content channel. And if you're interested in seeing those type of videos, please consider subscribing to Grey Knight Peanut Live, as I need to reach 1,000 subs in order to get that channel officially situated. Other than that, thanks for watching and the continued support, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!